Hey, yo, what up, Bodega Podcast? You already know who it is. It's one half of the sexiest Puerto Rican studs on this planet, Ortiz, baby. And shout out to all the Bodega Podcast listeners. Ow.
Yo, this is the Lucha Thug, the one-man Lucha gang, El Rey Gordo himself, the King Fat Boy Papo Esco, and y'all rocking with the Urban Wrestling Network.
It's your boy, the young GOAT, one half of Injustice, Hot Fire Myron, and you're listening to Urban Wrestling Network. Thank you.
This is Josef Samael from Contra Unit, and you're watching the Urban Wrestling Network.
What's good? It's Tristan Ty, a.k.a. Ikuro Kwon. You're watching Urban Wrestling Network. Hail Contra!
Christi Jaynes, and you're listening to the Urban Wrestling Network.
For the best bling, for the best prices, it's only one spot to go to. That's hiphopblink.com. And ladies, we tired of the ties and socks. We want rings with rocks, you dig? And when you there, make sure you put that promo code UWN. Y'all already know what it is, man. For the entire team, we out of here. Deuces.
It's the OG Boricua Don Dada, a.k.a. Chef. I'm here with none other than who I call my brother. Evil Once, please introduce yourself.
What else, everyone? Is your quintessential Puerto Rican muffin Jorge. And man, we had episode 2 last night of Fusion Alpha. And I told you that Adi's versus Arami's match was going to be 4 stars, 5-star match of the whole year, man. That match was crazy. And I love that whole show. And I can't wait till this Saturday. This Saturday's Fightland in Philly. Yours truly will be there. You can see me in the corner there holding signs, and I got a lot of things. All I have to say one more thing, Chad, before we start. And this goes out to your boy there, Josef Samael. I gotta let him know, man. I'm going to be there. I'm holding my sign, minding my business. All I say is, stay on your side. I stay on my side. There's a barrier in between for a reason. You cross that line, you put your hands on me, I'm going to sue. That's all I have to say. You touch me, I'm suing. And that's the American way, baby. That's all I have to say about that. So, Chef, let's get into it, bro. I just wanted to make that sure that he understands that.
You know, and I had to make a public service announcement, right? And I was going to do it as soon as I finished, your introduction, but then you had something to say, and I was like, I got to let it rock, right? So, you know how we had DC, Daniel Crimmins, and Larkin doing the Adrenaline Rush podcast now, right? Like they're doing the Impact. It's a great show. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Let me try to watch some Impact and see something. Now, I never noticed that Violence by Design comes out with a black and yellow flag, and for me, they're a bootleg version of my Contra unit. And I had to send this out, so you boys better listen, because on your show, I want an answer on why Violence by Design is copying off Contra unit, not feeling it. Gentlemen, the ball's in your court. But to get this show started, my expectations were high because of what you told me. And I was like, damn, I want to jump right into that match, because watching that match, I'm with the youngest, and we were living off what you kept saying with how amazing that was. The technical aspect and the display of Lucha Libre that we watched was phenomenal. And these guys are really young. So if you're getting that quality work out of guys at that age, imagine the next 3, 4, 5 years where they keep growing. A few spots, when the guy did that flip and he landed on top of the guy on the outside, insane, right? Like he got super high. But when I think it was Arez picked up, no. I think it was, how do you say the other guy's name? I always chop it up.
Aramis.
When he grabbed him and he slammed him into the turnbuckle, off the turnbuckle, and he flew up the side, I was like, holy shit, like, what is going on? And then you had it took a few pins that he kept kicking out of, and I was like, yo, Reds is not, I didn't think he was going to lose because you know what? Obviously, I'm super hyped. I thought this match was crazy. Both guys, move for move. At one point, they're simultaneous each other's moves.
Yep.
The fans in Philly, now I know you're part of the fans in Philly. Let me say this. I appreciate Evilonte and every other person that was in that crowd because they were chanting Lucha Libre, Lucha, they were, all types of this is awesome. They threw money into the crowd. And I love the fact that I know that Arez was the bad guy. I don't know what whatever his name is, I don't want to chop it up.
Ramis.
But it looked like he told him something and told him, like, yo, let's take this moment in. Don't be the bad guy. Because he lifted his arm and they both kind of showed love to the crowd. Because when's the last time you see something like that on MLW? I don't think ever.
Yeah. No, I mean, the closest match I've seen was before they took the break. That was between Leo Rush and Myron Reed.
Yeah.
That was like the last time I saw, like, whoa, something that high flying, just perfect execution, just flawless, no hiccups. And then this match took one step further on top. I was like, okay, I said this took that one further than that one. So I was very impressed with both wrestlers. I love that whole match, man. That was one match of just skill, athleticism, just everything, man. This guys could be the next Lucha House Party type deal thing. If they ever get together and do a tag team, that just shows the trust between both guys have with each other and how comfortable they are working with each other. Because I'm pretty sure they're doing the same things out there somewhere else, outside United States, outside MLW. So, but I mean, match was insane. I loved it. I mean, I can tell you since the time I saw it back in July, I was like, yo, man, this match right here is gonna blow when it comes out on TV. And it did it justice, man. It's different when you can see it sitting down from different angles, the camera angles, instead of just seeing it from one place. I loved it. I can't wait to see more. Hopefully, they become a tag team in the future. So.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, I'm bought in on them. I went in like, you know me, I'm a heel guy. If you're a heel, I always will say, I'm going to ride with you. By the end of it, I was like, oh, I don't have a winner because both of them stole the show. And I was like, both of these guys get my win here. You know what I mean? I was blown away. We all were loving this match.
Yes.
So to try to transition, and I don't know how to explain Alex Kane debut versus Bud. Now, my youngest is like, who's this guy named Bud that the crowd is cheering for? I'm like, yeah. I got no idea who this guy is, right?
They just jump. They just jump on his name, Bud. So that was the thing of the night right there for when that match came out. Bud, the whole match.
They were showing mad love to that guy. And listen, at this point, and what I'll try to tell people, I'm not calling him a jobber because if you understand what a jobber is, someone that's doing their job. That's what a jobber is. This guy came in. I don't know anyone that knows him because I've been asking around. No one knows. That pop that he got, that shit got to make you feel good. This is a big time promotion. and you got mad love by a crowd.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was either. I didn't know where he came from. I have no idea who that dude was either, but he was the star of the show.
He got absolutely annihilated.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many different suplex variations did Alex Kane, our boy Alex Kane, hit this guy with. But the thing that stood out to me, besides the absolute manhandling of Bud, was King Mo on the outside with his suplex count.
Yeah.
Yo, I thought that shit was hilarious. I was like, I've never seen a playful side to King Mo. He's always kind of real serious and on his fight shit. And this felt like he was very, he got to actually just have some fun. Obviously, Alex Kane dominates, gets the pinfall. For some reason, Bud wants to flip him the bird, which I have no idea what he was doing.
Get some more love in the ring for doing that.
And he got roofed up some more. I mean, like, my brother, you're in the crowd. What was your take on this whole massacre?
Yo, that was the spot of the night. It was just funny as hell who this Bud guy was. Bud had balls that night, boy. I mean, we were looking for Bud in the 40-man battle royal just because we were wondering, like, yo, is he gonna make an appearance? We like this guy, but it never happened. But Bud, Bud did his job, man. He had the crowd going in his favor. He got his ass whooped like we expected. We just didn't expect what was going to happen afterwards to happen again. He kept getting his ass kicked by the. But that right there shows, a little preview of saying jumping ship and joining Team Lawler. Yeah, Team Filthy, because with Mo, Mo is part of Team Filthy.
You mean American Top Team?
Yeah, I thought they were the same thing with Tom Filthy, with Tom Lawler.
It's weird because I've always seen Filthy Tom Lawler with his little group of guys, which is Daniel. I always mess up his last name, and Kevin Koo.
Yeah.
But then you see like King Mo and some of the other guys with Dan Lambert. It's weird. It's weird how it goes. But
so American Top Team, who's taking over wrestling everywhere. You see AEW and now here MLW. So American Tag Team is doing this shit.
Yeah. And I mean, getting a guy like Alex Kane is just solidifying that group to another level. Alex Kane has a lot of promise in him. So I was like, all right, we had two dope matches. I know we have the Hammerstone versus Filthy Tom Lawler. Crazy part was the whole time in between. I want to save that for last because there's a few spots that I was like, Hammerstone, you did your fucking thing. So who the hell is the guy wearing the mask next to El Jefe that you could buy on MLWshop.com? Cheap plug.
Have no idea. Could made for the mask. I don't know.
Yo, I got no idea. I'm like, all right, I don't know who this guy is. He seems like his lackey because when Matt Cross came in, and if a lot of people know Matt Cross from Lucha Underground and Son of Havoc, El Jefe and Matt Cross really didn't like each other much in Lucha Underground. So Matt Cross comes in, he starts talking some shit. I want to fight. I want this. I want that. It feels like every time someone says something to El Jefe, he feeds up to somebody because, I don't think Tom Lawler wanted Alexander Hammerstone. And he that's the big monster. That's your problem. He's doing this again, and he's sending him to Jacob Fatu. So I was like, man,
he said he wanted a title match, so he got his title match.
But he could have done it against Myron Reed, or you know what I mean, like.
Go right to the top. Go ahead and knock yourself out.
And wherever El Jefe keeps getting phone calls from, I'm curious who it is. Now, I'm going to catch Bill Vink tomorrow morning after he gets home from work. I'm going to catch him because he had his crazy idea when we went for our walk at 5 in the morning on what he thinks El Jefe is going to do, who he's going to do it against. He's got this crazy idea that Richard Holiday is on the payroll, which is starting to, like I said, I got to catch him so he can say his piece. But we see all that madness. We get main event time. Like, the show felt so fast, but you got to understand, in an hour, and this is what I was telling my youngest, he got really, like, frustrated, like, no way this is over an hour already. Like, what happened? I'm like, you got 20-something minutes with the Lucha Libre guys who you don't realize how much time because of how awesome the match was. Alex Kane, he runs through the guy, but there's a little play into it with stuff time. You know, you get the Dan Newland or whatever the hell that guy's name is. And then we have the main event. Now, you were right. Tom Lawler looked really good in this match. No surprise. You know what I mean? Like, let's not act like this is a surprise. But there was a move where Tom Lawler was stepping on the neck of Alexander Hammerstone, and he, like, lifts him up by his neck muscles, and he goes flying out the ring. That exact look that he had of what the hell just happened. Yo, bro, I know you're a Hammerstone guy, but even that shit had to impress you.
Everything he does impresses me because, you know, he's the man with the tan, bro. He's the man with the tan, the future MLW heavyweight champion coming up this Saturday. So
take it easy. We don't know about that yet.
Yes.
Listen, Hammerstone looked amazing. Tom Lawler looked great in this match. But the spot that I did not get was Tom Lawler seemed to be calling down Team Filthy. Nobody came out. So I was like, damn, what happened, right? We see that, you know, he gets hit with the nightmare pendulum thing, which is such a crazy freaking sick move. Hits him, pins him, bang, gets him done, right? You're like, all right, cool. He did the damn thing. The next scene, though, we see Contra Unit jumping somebody, and winds up being Richard Holiday. Now, the pictures that they show, they split this guy's wig, right? I'm like, all right, Contra Unit, you stomped this guy out. I get it. Cool. You trying to nullify anyone that's cool with Hammerstone to you know, take the odds of him getting any help. I get that. Where was Team Filthy? They were being called. Contra Unit wasn't thugging them out. Where the hell was Team Filthy?
They're probably out hanging out in the back, chilling. Maybe they got in a brawl back there with the Von Erichs. You never know. But the one thing that I saw too, when I saw the same thing, it looked more like Richard Holiday was there to save Alicia Atute more than helping Hammerstone. That's what it looked to me. Like, he goes out there, he's like, get out of the way, Alicia, and kind of pushed you out of the way when he got hit from the back. So unless the brawl already has started from the back and it made its way over, or he saw that they were going to jump Hammerstone out there before he came out to the back, and he did the save to help Alicia, I don't know. But to me, it doesn't look like he was trying to help. Like he was trying to help Hammerstone. He just kind of got stuck in the middle of whatever was going to happen. So
now, the weird part is that through social media, and we can talk about this, Alicia Atute, and I hope I say her name right with all respect, she's always throwing her 2 cents into Richard Holiday's post.
Yes.
Now, Richard Holiday had that little not incident, but they had that talk where, you know, Hammerstone was like, hey, you know, you kind of feeling that girl, blah, 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 right? Now, I'm going to tell you now, I always thought that Alicia Atute had a thing for Richard Holiday. Listen, guy's a young, good-looking guy. Let's not act like he's not. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But young, great-looking guy in great shape. She's a young lady. She's, you know, pretty young lady. So I don't see a problem with her liking him, right? I always seen it one way. But I seen the same. Like, I seen the, you know, get out of here, they coming, and him getting stomped out. And you know what makes you do crazy shit like that? When you're in love.
Yep. So that's what I think is going on, something between them two, and that's why he was there trying to help her and not really helping Hammerstone. So, but we'll see next week what happens next week. I know that they'll have the show next Wednesday, and then they're gonna have a special show on Thursday, where they're actually gonna have the match between Hammerstone and Fatu on Vice TV on Thursday from this weekend show. So that's gonna be two shows back to back next week. One show from July, and then the one show new episode coming up for the match, because they're gonna have the match on Thursday night.
And we are getting the first female match we're getting is Willow Nightingale, and I can't remember who the other.
That's one half of Sea Stars. That's I gotta figure out her name too. I just had her name earlier in my head. Delmi Expo, and her sister, her older sister, is who's gonna be wrestling. That's a good match too. That's a good match.
All right, so I'm already sold in because everything you said that has been great. So I'm excited.
All the few matches were good as matches that they put out that day. So this is gonna be a good match. This is gonna be the first or second female match so far, right? Since the new show came out, or no, the first?
The first match.
Okay, so this is gonna be the first female match going forward on the women's featherweight division. Hopefully they'll have a match, every week going forward. And then we got Holly Dead going up against Nicole Savoy this Saturday. So that'll be in the future. So I'm looking forward to what they're building. Hopefully they'll bring a couple of more ladies this weekend, other than what they mentioned, and have a couple of matches, man. So I'm hoping that it goes good, goes smooth from now on going forward.
Do you think at this set of the tapings, are we going to finally see the women's belt?
That'd be kind of cool if they show something, but I probably won't see it. They probably will do it on TV, So, but at least now, hopefully going forward, since we know they'll have this show this week, and then back in November 6th, they'll be back there, have some kind of we're going to have a tournament. Here's some of the brackets. And start the bracket for next month's show. That'd be kind of cool and go from there. But we'll see what happens. But there's so much stuff going on right now, man. Hard hitting action. They have to put it somewhere. So we'll hopefully they'll do that.
So listen, we're obviously going to cover Fightland because it's what we do here, right?
Yes, sir.
So my question to you now: there's a post that they put out where it says that it shows El Jefe. And it says someone's going to suffer the consequences.
I have no idea. I
am so. It's been a long time since I've been intrigued. Like El Jefe and what MLW is doing, they got your mind thinking, who's the guy in the mask? Who's on the phone? Who came in late? Who's going to have consequences? Like, there's so many things that are going with El Jefe, and I feel like there's a major play that no one knows. Obviously we're looking at what is Azteca Underground. Yep. Is there going to be a new temple? All that good stuff. But El Jefe to me, is taking MLW just another step forward. Like every time you see El Jefe, you're like, man, this guy is the shit. But then the promos are amazing. They're funny. They're wild. They're full of mystery. You know what I mean? Like, we still have that make a deal with the devil thing. We don't know what that is neither. So there are so many moving parts. We got the 12-man tag that you just explained to me. It's 6 guys on that side, 6 guys on this side. You're going to be there for it. I know you're hyped. You're not only getting that.
I'm hyped for the whole show. I'm having for everything. Nicole Savoy, Holly Dead, the heavyweight title versus the openweight title, Hammerstone versus Fatu. Warhorse is going to be there. Teju is going to be there. They're going to have the 4-way for the belt for Myron's belt. So Injustice is going to be there. 5150 is going up against those Parks in a trios match. So we're going to see those Parks there. So I'm really excited. I'm excited to see those Parks finally in person. So that's going to be awesome right there.
And you've been watching the original. Well, I don't know if he's the original Park because there's so many Parks.
The
But isn't he the
guy, yeah.
original?
He's the original LA Park. He's the original LA Park from WCW. That's the original.
And that's probably, and you've never seen him, right?
In person, never. No.
So you're getting him, Tajiri, obviously Holiday. You're a fan of Holiday. We all know that. We're getting Hammerstone. You're getting 5150, who we've been banging out with forever. And listen, I've been reaching out to Dr. Julius Smokes. When he's done with his project, we'll get him on, and maybe we'll talk some projects.
Yes.
So
we're
excited. Dr. Julius Smokes, you let me know what hood you from. I probably played ball there. We could definitely reminisce on some wild shit. So, on that, did I miss anything?
Well, last night, non-MLW content last night, AEW had their show from my city where I live, Rochester, New York, and my two of my cousins were there at the show, and they said that shit was amazing in person. That you have to see AEW in person because they had the one show before, a lot of the dark matches for Dark and Elevation, the main show, and then they did the show afterwards for Rampage. So he said it was long. He said it was exhausting, but it was worth it because it was nothing but action. Everybody was there. All those super, Daniel Bryanson, Adam Cole, everybody was there except for Jericho. But he said that if you're able to go see to an AEW show, go ahead and do an AEW show because he said you will not be disappointed. So, and last night's show was for Brody Lee, who's from Rochester, New York, John Hobart. So it was an amazing show. He was here from our city, where I reside, and that shit was packed. There was at least like close to 15,000. That thing was sold out. So last night.
I want to touch on, because both of us have feel, and we've said this when we were covering AEW months ago, that Sammy Guevara has taken his career to that next level. We have both said that. Now, and I can show you, I got goosebumps just thinking about that match. Someone hit me up and was like, Chef, I know you don't watch AEW. Throw that shit on and watch Sammy Guevara's match.
Yep, against Miro.
If you want to see some of the best work you'll ever see, probably Sammy Guevara. This is going to go in his top 5 at the end of his career.
The
what a match.
The problem with Sammy is he's one stupid comment away from destroying his career again. So that's the problem. He still has that sour taste on your mouth from what he said before, from years ago, and then it came out. And how he was not canceled is beyond me, that he still be able to get a second chance. So hopefully, the second chance he doesn't say anything stupid or nothing from the past comes up and destroy his career now. But yeah,
at this point, you're hoping he's such a young star that he learned his lesson, and he gets, listen, guys like Jericho, Ortiz, Santana, guys who are around him need to be like, yo, shut your fucking mouth and know how to talk. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna say some stupid shit, just don't even say nothing. Really, because what we seen out of him is, to me, and I could be wrong, but I think that's the best TNT title match I've seen.
So far, yes. Yeah. So far was good. I mean, the whole thing was good. They said it was amazing being in person. And just to say about Sammy Guevara, there's a saying when I was growing up that said, it's better to look stupid than to open your mouth and erase all doubts.
Yep.
So that's why I would look stupid all the time with a stupid look on my face.
Stop it. So listen, they celebrated. I don't know if I should say celebrated. They paid homage to
from Rochester, yes. For
Mr. Brody Lee. And listen, the tribute they did the first time, fire. Yeah. Tribute they did this time, amazing. Now, I'm not a Brody Lee fan. I didn't watch WWE like that, so I don't know his work like that. But everything that I've heard from the industry, now, I know industry people, I know industry people, and they always put him as the nicest guy ever. Like, that heel shit, that's his work. That's how he makes his money. But the guy was like the best friend you could ever have. He's aces. So, always rest in peace to Brody Lee, because you don't get that kind of respect unless you earn that shit, and he earned it 20 times over. Yes. What I will say, though, Bray Wyatt did not show up at AEW.
What a surprise.
So I know people will say they're going to push it back for a year. Why would he sit on his ass for a year?
For a year? Why? First of all, why would he even show up to Rochester, New York anyways? And at least do it in a bigger city next week or whatever, if it's going to happen. But, and he's still in his 90-day non-compete clause anyway, so he couldn't show up last night.
Like a few weeks ago.
Oh, really? Okay. So if he didn't show up last night, then hopefully that means that he'll either go to MLW or he'll be Impact. And and Impact has the Bound for Glory coming up in 2 weeks, already in October.
I'm gonna tell you now, if he comes out now, when did Kurt Angle come out? Kurt Angle wasn't a Bound for Glory, right?
Nah, he came out at the end of one of the matches to be, the Samoa Joe opponent, but I remember it was during the summertime because it was hot outside. So I'm thinking the Slammiversary, maybe.
If Bray Wyatt or Braun Strowman come out at Bound for Glory, I don't care Jay White's there or whoever else is on the card. If one of those two guys come out, that is the biggest holy shit moment of Bound for Glory history. No questions asked.
Depends on the crowd also. So, depends on the crowd. And at least this time it'll be in Vegas and the Towns Plaza, I think, where they did it before. So hopefully they'll have a good, nice crowd there. And also they're going to have the match, the Call Your Gauntlet match. So hopefully they'll say, we have an announcement, a mystery opponent, or mystery entrant to as number 6 or whatever. And then they'll ask somebody afterwards. Then that'll be some amazing stuff. If that was just, the surprises will be there. But we'll see what happens. At least it'll be in a bigger place. It'll be in Vegas. It won't be in Tennessee. So it'll be in Vegas. And a bigger venue, more lights. So hopefully the crowd will be more alive this time.
And listen, I'm harsh on people or on companies, but the same way I'm harsh on them is the way I'm harsh on anything I like. If I feel like you dropped the ball, I'm gonna tell you. Unfortunately, I think that Impact had a very good tapings of the last set of tapings. I thought were good. My oldest makes me watch it with him. I reluctantly didn't watch it. They were actually pretty good. That crowd was trash. The crowd before that was trash. And I'm like, are you people Impact fans? Like, what are you going to watch?
The crowd before that was trasher. That was the one with Jay White came out. That was the one with the Chris brother came out. And half of the crowd, like, who the hell is this guy? Like really? Like, come on, guys. You guys should know that guy. He should have got a bigger pop than the one he deserved than he got. He deserved better than that. But I don't understand some of this crowd. It's like people just kind of join in just because they want to be there. I want to be on TV type deal thing. But they don't know shit about they don't know anything about what's going on in the company.
It's blown my mind that Bud got a way larger pop than Jay White.
Yes. And Chris, the blonde-haired Chris boy. Bigger pop.
So
Bud.
Bro, that place, love that guy.
Yeah.
So we talked everything. Now I want to tell you that somebody I know, and the person, well, you know exactly who I told you my guy at WWE is. I told you, but we don't know nobody, right? He hit me with the, don't be surprised if Buddy Murphy pops up real soon on, and I'm not going to say where, but obviously we're talking it. he said that he sees Buddy Murphy pop up in MLW real soon. And I was like, oh, all the reports keep saying Impact. He goes, Chef, when did you and Evil Once start listening to reports? I said, we don't. I just said, if I jump on Facebook every 2 seconds, I got Impact signing everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Facebook belongs to Impact, man. It's like crazy in there.
It's everybody's going to Impact and everybody's going to All Elite. You know, it's like, holy shit, people! Like,
once they leave Uncle Vince, AEW has the first shot. If AEW doesn't want them or Tony Khan don't want them, then they go on Impact. Automatically, it's Impact after AEW. Hold up, there's 4 other companies out there other than Impact outside of Tony Khan. So, you know, and the thing is, not everybody's going to AEW. It's just the A names. Those A names, the superstars are going to Tony Khan. And then everybody else, so surprising to me, being Bray Wyatt is an A guy and Braun Strowman is an A guy. Those 2 guys, I'm surprised that they still haven't hit Tony Khan. And if Tony Khan don't want them, even better. That means somebody else is in play for those guys. And wherever they land, those guys become automatic champions wherever they land. Like you keep saying, Braun Strowman, Impact, he should come in, chokeslam, whoever wins the title or Bound for Glory and be the champion right there. Period.
Yep. And listen, it's no hard feelings to whoever, but when that guy comes in your company, he takes your company to another level. And
I hate when they always bring somebody else from Uncle Vince and put him right on the top. In this case, if it's Braun Strowman or Bray Wyatt, I'll be happy if any of those 2 guys end up in Impact and right there and then on Bound for Glory become the champion. Hey, I'll be good for that. I'll be fine with that move. I'll be fine with that. Even though I hate it all the time, this time I will love it if that happens.
We've been talking this type of shit for a while doing these podcasts. We have always said we cannot stand when that happens. But let me tell you something. If you think CM Punk broke the internet, if Bray Wyatt or Braun Strowman walk into BFG and do that, the world starts talking crazy. That buzz is on another level. Yeah. I still want, here's my play to Mr. Wyndham Rotunda. I always going to call him by his dad's name. Please look at what Azteca Underground, a.k.a. Lucha Underground, has done with characters. You put your creative genius with guys like El Jefe and Conan, we'll want something we've never seen before. I know people go, oh, put him in Decay. To me, Decay is a Titantron with very little cinematic anything. When's the last time you seen Decay do anything outside of an arena? The last time I remember is when they stuck my big homie Brand's ass in the trunk and, you know, and drove him off somewhere. That was it.
He popped up a year later, 2 years later, in N.W.A. Oh, that's Bram. They finally let him out of the trunk. They finally let him out of the trunk. Oh my God, he's alive. He actually is alive. Like, holy shit. Like, years later.
Like I said, I would love Braun to go to Impact. I'd love Bray to go to MLW. And it's no biasness because if they got Bray and Braun came to MLW, it's a win-win. You know, if both go to Impact, salute to Impact Wrestling. You opened the vaults and you did the right thing. Those 2 guys, they bring money in. That's money in your pocket.
For sure. And then one more thing I wanted, because it just popped in my head, about how the Forbidden Door works between Impact and AEW. And when it comes to the females, how the Forbidden Door is a welcoming thing, but you've never seen an Impact female wrestler be on an AEW show unless your contract is up with Impact. Then when you are a free agent, then you're able to go to AEW. Then they'll sign you to a contract at AEW. Since Kiera Hogan, who just got signed with AEW, not even a month after leaving Impact, But not one time did you ever saw a Impact female wrestler in an AEW ring ever. But once you leave, hey, you're more than welcome to come here. That's the forbidden door. We know it works sometimes, but when it comes to female talent, that doesn't work that good. We don't want you guys outshining our females in our own show, so we can have your guys coming here and making our females look bad. So that's how we have to put a little stop at the door so that's to open all the way for you guys to come in. So.
Listen, somebody, and obviously, we are both, me and yourself, and I'll end this here. Me and you are huge Thunder Rosa fans. No surprise, no breaking news. The fact that Deonna Purrazzo is like the AAA champ, the Impact champ, and I think she's got a third belt from I don't know where. But she is murdering it in Impact Wrestling and everywhere else. Dr. Britt Baker is murdering it in AEW, right? How come we have not seen a Deonna Purrazzo versus... It don't got to be... Listen, it don't even have to be belt for belt. Just have them two like an exhibition, and you could call it that.
Dude, you had the battle or the Casino Royale. You mean to tell me you couldn't find one spot out of 20 females that were there, one spot for an Impact wrestler to be in there? And that's if there was one spot open, it should have been Deonna Purrazzo. Not even winning, just go there, show just show her belt, show that wow, Impact Wrestling is here. The forbidden door had just blown up. Have her throw some people over and then get thrown out, and that's it. Get some buzz, but not even one female. Thunder Rosa went to Impact Wrestling because she was part of the N.W.A side of things. So it wasn't because she was working for AEW, it was because she was working for N.W.A. So that right there kind of tells you like there's something going on with they don't want females from Impact going into AEW or something weird.
Tony Khan don't respect Impact, and that's that. I'm telling you the facts of life. If Eli Drake was here, he would hit you with a dummy. Yeah. So, and that's a guy I want to become a free agent. So, my brother, they already know it. Listen, the only place if they wanted to get some serious bling at a discount price is hiphopbling.com. Y'all already know to put the promo code UWN and get your discount. For myself, the big bro, we out of here. Deuces.